As someone who is trying to provide support to people who may be mentally distressed or emotionally affected after the recent floods, how can you assess the situation of the people you are trying to assist so that you can prioritize what to do and whom to help? This short video will give some useful guidance on how to look at the disaster situation around you. Before you start your work, identify any urgent safety issues like recently collapsed houses or sources of possible danger. Identify any gaps that might exist in essential services that are urgently needed. Look for anyone who is in immediate danger or need of medical care. Look for people who are upset, anxious, or in shock. Look for people who may need special assistance, such as children or people who cannot move or who are elderly. Crisis situations can change rapidly. What you encounter may be different from what you learned before entering. Take time to look around you carefully before starting to help. Be calm, be safe, think twice before you act. Observe for safety. Identify what dangers can you observe. Consider if you can be there without harm to yourself or others. If you're not certain about safety, do not go. Seek help from others instead, or communicate with affected people from a safe distance. Look for people with obvious, urgent, basic needs. For example, is anyone critically injured? Does anyone need rescue? Are there obvious needs such as torn clothing? Are there people who may need help to assess services or to be protected? Who else is available to help? Know your role. Try to obtain the appropriate specialized help for people who need special assistance. Refer critically injured people for care from medical personnel. Identify people with serious distress. How many and where are they? Is anyone extremely upset, immobile, not responding to others, or in shock? Consider who may benefit from your basic emotional and practical support and how best to help. Consider also who may need to be supported by someone with more specialized skills. Identify people who may be especially vulnerable, who may need help to access services and may need help to be safe from violence or exploitation. This could include the following: children, especially those separated from caregivers or who are in situations where their caregiver is absent for significant periods or is unable to care for them. People with chronic health conditions or disabilities, such as pregnant women, elderly, blind, deaf, immobile people. People at risk of discrimination or violence, such as women, marginalized community members. Remember that most people's emotional reactions to their experiences related to the floods are actually quite natural. Physical symptoms such as fear, sadness, and grief, guilt for not being able to save others, anger, and other reactions are quite normal and will reduce with time and improvements in their circumstances. However, if people show certain signs of serious distress, you should be more concerned about their mental status. For example, this might be if people are very disoriented and don't seem to know where or who they are. If they're completely withdrawn or do not respond to others, if they feel very confused, are feeling unreal or in days if they are unable to care for themselves or their children. Most people recover well over time, especially if they can regain their basic needs and receive support. For people who continue to show signs of serious distress, you should make sure they are not left alone and try to keep them safe until the reaction passes or until you can find help from health personnel, local leaders, or other community members in the area. Watch the other videos in our 6-part mini series to learn more about how you can provide psychological first aid. Or for more information, read the guide on PFA in Sinhala, Tamil, or English. This presentation was adapted from the Psychological First Aid Guide for Field Workers, published by the World Health Organization and translated into Sinhala and Tamil by the Good Practice Group. This presentation was created by the PFA for Sri Lanka Volunteer Initiative. Visit us on Facebook.